Hi everyone, this is Noelle from Belgium and I'm in Montréal with Johanne Leduc. She is the writer of this book, La souffrance des envahis. Hello Johanne.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. So this is the story of your young family having one child and then your second child, and they were both having autism. Personally, I just fall in love with your book. I think it's an amazing book telling your daily life. Can you tell us why did you write this book?
I wrote that book for myself. I never thought about publishing my book. It was only for me, because I think I had to write it. Mm-hmm. It's just I have to pass through things, and it was just too much. I have to say to my family what I really felt, and it was my. I think I really need to write, and I wrote it, and I never regret. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
But after that.
And you tell about the diagnosis. How it was it easy to get the diagnosis for your child?
With Simon, it was in 2005, mm-hmm. So it's quite back, mm-hmm. 10 years ago. So I knew there was something wrong since he was like 3 months years mm-hmm. old. But I ask, why is he doing this or that, or why he's not doing, mm-hmm. What he was supposed to. And then it took me very long time to you have to be in standby. And after that it was very fast, because I went to private, so I paid, and they told me it is autism. So then I went back to the doctor, and I told her like he has autism. So then it was very fast, like maybe not really a year, just a couple months. But now it's very long. It's about 2-3 years to have a diagnostic. But after that, you're in the system. You have to be in the system. That's very long. You have to have a social worker, and then it's another year, 2 years to have a social worker, and nothing can be done without the social worker. And after that, you have to. It's so many things to complete, like papers, to have to be recognized as for autism, and that's pretty long. And it's, I suffered a lot just to take the diagnostic as it's difficult. So you have to do so many things, and you have to push back. To push on the side the diagnostic and the emotion and everything. So one day or later will come back, and then it's hard for all families to pass through that.
During all this process, you also suffer from the self-mutilation of your own children.
Yeah, that was the worst part of my life, and his worst part of his life for sure. He went to the hospital for that, because I was holding his hand like 24 hours, 7 days a week, and it was pretty hard. That was the worst part, because you don't know why he's doing this, and you're like, you don't understand, and nobody could help me about that, could help him. So it was like 2 years very, very suffering, and he's still doing it sometimes when the stress is very high. But now it's okay. We understand more why he's doing that, so we can help him better than ever. We could not do it like it happened on 2008, so it was very difficult years.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And so I think that you also have like your social life, a very difficult social life, having children who hurt themselves and who can distract maybe people in public places.
You don't see much people. You had friends before, and for sure they're there, but they cannot follow you anymore, because it's different lives. It's they go to the camping, you don't. They go on a movie theater, you can't. So you're not doing the same activities with your child. And that makes you like isolate. And so that's the worst part for all families. But you have to think that someday you'll meet people who has autism, and you're gonna have friends, real friends. And like in November, we're doing souper de sacoche, means that it's all women who has autism child, and we're 30, and it's pretty fun. We just talk about anything, but we need those kind of
Meeting.
of meeting. It's pretty fun.
So also, I mean, something that you write about it in your book is the fact that some people don't really understand your situation when you went outside. So can you tell us about it? Share this
Yeah, I
with us?
wrote that book on 2012, and at that time we didn't hear about pretty much autism as we do now. It was it didn't more than today. So when we go to the park, when we go to theater, whatever, so people didn't know what happened, and our child not doing what they're supposed to do, like social code or whatever. So it's pretty difficult, and sometimes you're tired just to say he's autism.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. So you're not going out, and we still have the same fight now in 2015, and everywhere in the CPA, I would say here, school, outside, everywhere we have to fight with that, but we won't give up because it's our child and it's our future.
And you're also telling us about your health. I mean, sometimes you were really sick about what's going on, and sometimes they were getting badly. So can you tell us about your health?
But for sure, you're keeping out for you. So most of the women, of the mothers are depressed and suffering from depression, and it's like you're not seeing nobody, you're not seeing doctors, so you're alone. And most of the couple, like, they're separate because it's so difficult. So you have to save your child. It's the way you see it. So you forget all about yourself, for sure. So so I went sick but now I'm okay because I slept. Because at that time I wasn't sleeping like more than 2-3 hours per day, so it wasn't enough. And too much stress, too much pain, too much everything. So I was sick.
Okay. And also in the book, I mean, something that you tell us is about the government. Like, you had a lot of waiting lists, very long waiting lists to get services. And sometimes doctors also didn't really understand you or didn't get what's going on in your daily life. So can you tell us and share this with us?
First, as I said, it was in 2005-06, so it's 10 years ago. But it's still like this for some doctors. You go to the pharmacy as a drugstore, so they don't know everything about autism. So sometimes you have to explain and explain, but you have to know. So the parents have to go to the formations to be more, I don't know how to say that, but you have to be almost better than the doctors. You have to think, you have to talk the same language. For that, you have to know what's autism. And we still have to fight for that, for sure. But I think I hope, maybe not I think, but I hope it's better today. But I know I think it's case by case. Sometimes you have a nice doctor and sometimes you don't. It's even the same for psychiatrists or whatever specialists you have. There's some good schools, bad school, good teacher, bad teachers, always like this. But for our child, the consequence is very
heavy.
Heavy, exactly.
And you also talk about the financial part. So it was like really, it was like something very difficult also to manage because everything costs a lot.
Yeah, if you want services in Canada, you have to pay for it. For sure, we have a little part like be paid. For sure, that's helped us very a lot.
Yeah.
But you have to think that most of the mothers are alone, so they don't have enough money for paying everything. And as everything's costs a lot of money. Specialists, you need a diagnostic for adult autism, and you have to pay like 5,000 for only the diagnostics.
Yeah.
So imagine for all the services and everything. So everything costs everything. But it's I don't know how we do it. I don't know, but you
try to find your way.
Everything. Yeah.
And so now, do you have any message to your government? And can you just say something to your government?
Yeah, I think they have to realize that they can cost. They can cut everything, because in 10 years they're gonna be 1 on 2 who are gonna be with autism. And what they're gonna do? It's right now they have to help and pay. There's no drama things happen here in Quebec and Canada. I think you had some in Belgium. So it's like tragic. Parents like doing, because they can't stand it no more. So they don't wait for that till it happen here. And we're strong, but not, infaillible. So it's you have to help parents, teachers, and everyone. We need.
And I think
it's not only money, it's just the way to help. Sometimes it doesn't cost that a lot. It's just to
support people,
and
to give the services, to help mothers not to be alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not only money part. It's one part, but they have to support.
Yes.
Most of it.
Yeah. Okay. So it was Noel in Canada, Montréal, with an amazing woman, an amazing mother, and this is her book, La souffrance des envahis, a very great book. Thank you and see you soon.